Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Town, aka aDrive. But guys, week 1 of the NPA, the Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the Detroit-type Nulls and my good friend CrimsonCBAD in our first week matchup here. The first match, I believe, for the new franchise for Chase, and we are the defending champions of the NPA. Very proud of that. Season 4 kicking off here. If you guys did not see my team builder, I did talk about my team, his team, what I think he's bringing, what I'm bringing in, so on and so forth. But you should also check out my draft breakdown because I talk about the entire team, why we drafted what we drafted. We've got some really big threats, some of which are actually on the bench this week, which is kind of crazy, but we got a tough week 1 against Chase. He's got some really big threats like the Celesteela, the Gengar, the Altaria, and maybe some other gems that we might have some issues with, but I'm confident we built the team that we needed to have to potentially win, and hopefully you guys are excited for this new season, ready to rock and roll, man. Hit that like button down below if you're excited for the Vikavolts to be back. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new, if this is your first time checking out one of these videos, and of course predictions in the comment section below. Who will lead the team in kills this season? Last season it was Infernape. Who will it be this season? Let me know in the comment section below. But I'm gonna get connected here with Chase, and we're gonna throw down here for our first match of the Vikavolts new season in the NPA. Last season we got off to a rocky start and then made a free agent move for Goodra and then took over and pretty much won every game from there on out. But this season, hopefully, just starting off with a win. Let's do it. Alright guys, it's time. We are connected with Chase. Let's find out what 6 Pokemon he's gonna bring. Really feel good about the first 5, and the 6th one I'm not too sure of, but let's see. We'll find out right now, man, and that's gonna definitely set the tone for how we approach this battle. But let's see here. He does bring Uxie. He actually brings a couple things I didn't expect. A couple things I did expect, though. No Araquanid, which I'm very glad to see. He brings a Selgor, which can be definitely kind of a hazard setter, and then he brings Uxie as well. So I actually feel better about that. You know, our Seismitoad's usefulness is a little bit reduced here, but otherwise, feeling pretty good about what I see on his team. So he's got the Altaria. Let me just make some notes here. Uxie, and he's got a Selgor. A Selgor could be a bit scary, so I have to be very careful about how I handle that, because if he tries to set hazards on me and stuff like that, could be a problem. I'm still thinking that Mawile is my best lead, as it matches up against pretty much everything on his team, and I could potentially even get rid of the Piloswine right away. And if he leads like Uxie, I can hit that pretty hard. If he leads a Selgor, I can, you know, in theory one-shot it, or, you know, limit his hazard setting. So I like that option. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think I'm gonna stick with Tooth Fairy lead here. He didn't bring any of his fighting types, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna stick to my plan here and leading with Tooth Fairy. So the worst case scenario here is if he leads something like Gengar or Celesteela and goes for a Z move. That's the only really way that I think Mawile is not a good lead for us. But everything else I feel pretty solid against, because we can, if he leads Piloswine, I can easily just hit it with an Iron Head. If he leads a Selgor, I can do the same, you know, or Play Rough or Thunder Punch or whatever it may be. So we have some different options there, and really, I like Victini in this match too. He got some stuff that maybe Victini isn't going to be as good as I was hoping for, but we'll have to be very careful there. And Rotom will hopefully outspeed the Selgor as well. So I gotta double check that actually, but it should. Let's see what he leads with here. He's gonna lead with Commander, which is gonna be his Altaria. So I'm actually okay with this. I think that leading Mawile here is actually fine. I do want to just check some quick calcs with Altaria here. If he were to go for an Earthquake, I can definitely live it. If he were to be specially offensive, modest, and go for a Fire Blast, can I live that? It looks like I probably can. It looks like it does 88 to 104, so I think I'm going to take the risk here, and I'm going to go for an Iron Head. I think I like going for Iron Head here, because really his only switch in would be that Celesteela. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to go for the Iron Head here in the first turn. And I like our chances of living. He'd have to be modest, max special attack, and go for a Fire Blast here to knock us out. And get a really high damage roll. So I like our chances. And Iron Head one-shots him, so Iron Head definitely one-shots him. So that's a risk I'm willing to take, because getting rid of Altaria on the first turn really helps out the rest of my team. Really helps out the rest of my team. So I'm thinking he probably has to go. He's gonna probably make a switch here. I feel like he doesn't stay in, because he is intimidated as well, so his Earthquake isn't gonna do as much. And I do think physical Altaria was better against me. He's gonna switch out. Does he go into Celesteela here? He's gonna go to Lift Off, which is gonna be the Celesteela. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna hit this Celesteela pretty hard here with an Iron Head. It's not gonna do too much, but I almost wanted to go for the whatchamacallit, I almost wanted to predict the Celesteela and Thunder Punch, but that's okay. Iron Head should do a decent chunk here. That is definitely, unless that was a crit. No, that is an offensive Celesteela, 1,000,000%. That is 1,000,000% an offensive Celesteela. Okay, so we can expect probably an Earthquake, a Heavy Slam, or a Fire type move here. I do think Bubbles is a safe switch, so I'm gonna go to Bubbles here. That is definitely an offensive Celesteela though. He could go for an Autotomize. I don't think he would Autotomize here. I think I like the play into Bubbles. Knowing that there's a good chance that whatever he goes for, he's gonna have a Grass type move as well. But I got this thing down to about 65%. So I could definitely knock him out here with a Thunder Punch. But the problem is he's definitely offensive Celesteela. And I don't know how much speed he has on this thing. So I don't want to chance him being faster than me and then going for a Z move like a Fire MZ or something. Let's go right into Bubbles here and see what he's gonna do. He goes for a Flamethrower. Okay, so he does show the Flamethrower, so he's a special variant. And we should eat that, and we do. Alright, so now I'm gonna expect him to have some sort of a Grass type move. So I think I'm gonna make the play into my Victini. Is there any downside to going into Victini here? I don't think so. I think Victini is a really good play. Yeah, I think I like the Victini play here. Let's do that. I don't think he's gonna go for Earthquake or Heavy Slam, or I don't think he's gonna go for Earthquake. So he's gonna switch out and go into what? He goes into Shuriken, which is gonna be his Selgor. So I get my Victini in here, and he can have Water Shuriken, but I can take a Bug Buzz from this thing if he's choice specs. So I'm just gonna go for the Blue Flare here. Yeah, I like that play. I'm just gonna go for the Blue Flare. I can live a choice specs Bug Buzz. So, and Water Shuriken isn't really gonna do too much because the attack stat isn't that good. So I'm just gonna go for a Blue Flare here. Because I do have a chance to burn him with the Blue Flare as well, so if he is a Focus Sash, we can do that, and I know I can live a Bug Buzz. So he does go for the Bug Buzz. Is he choice specs or not? Might have been choice specs. He gets a special defense drop. I am Naive Nature. We'll find out if he's got a Focus Sash or not. And he does have a Focus Sash. Can I get a burn? We'll see. I don't think so. I get the burn. Big kill there for Victini. I knew the burn was a chance there. Victini kills a Selgor with Blue Flare burn. And we get rid of the Selgor right away. So he's not able to set up any hazards against us, which is huge. So Victini kicks off the season with the first kill. He has an opportunity to go right into his Gengar here, I'm thinking. Makes the most sense. He goes into Cortex. I'm thinking that's the Gengar. No, it's actually Zuxi. Okay. I can just U-turn out on this thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I can U-turn out, get a big chunk of damage on him. I'm at 67. That should give us a few more Life Orb hits. I could also Blue Flare. But I'm definitely gonna U-turn him regardless. Like, I'm not gonna... I mean, I could Blue Flare him. Blue Flare is gonna do half to a physically offensive set. I think I just want to U-turn, though, and just play it safe. It's still so early in the game, and I think Victini still has a lot of usefulness. Yeah, let's just U-turn. He might just set Stealth Rocks here, but we'll just go for U-turn and get out on this Uxie here and find out what item he has. Does a good amount. We knock him down to about 60%. And I'm at 50 health right now, so 50 out of 175. I'm gonna go into... I think I wanna go into Talos here, because I can defog. I can also start spreading paralysis around his team, which I like. And Talos, I mean, Talos is really important for the Gengar still. I could also go to Bubbles. Or Voltergeist, but I don't want him to knock off. Actually, is there any reason I don't just go into... Mawile? Let's just go into Mawile. I can hit something really hard here with an Iron Head or a Play Rough or something. He goes for Reflect. Okay, so he's dual screens, which is fine. That's fine. I do have Defog, so that's okay. With the Reflect, I have a couple options here. I can Thunder Punch and just try to hit the Celesteela, or I switch out here. I'm a little concerned about him trying to go into his Altaria setup, but that's really the biggest concern for setup. So I'm gonna Thunder Punch and see what this thing wants to do. Because even with a Reflect Up, it's still going to do a lot to the Celesteela. He switches out. Does he go Celesteela here? He goes into Commander, so I get the Thunder Punch prediction. Oh no, he goes into Altaria. Surprising. Oh, he's gonna try to set up. He's gonna try to set up with Altaria. Okay. All right, so we don't really do too much there. Even with Reflect Up though, I feel like Mawile against Altaria. Even with a Reflect Up, let's see here. With Reflect, Thunder Punch really didn't do. Oh, he's definitely defensive. This thing is definitely defensive. Dragon Dance. Okay, I'm going. This thing is definitely defensive. I'm going into my Weezing here because of Haze. I'm going to my Weezing to Haze. This is definitely a defensive Dragon Dance set, which is the thing I was worried the most about. He's gonna Mega Evolve, but I'm sure he's got Dragon Dance. But luckily we have Haze, so I can Haze off any status conditions. Or any boosts. He goes for Hyper Voice. Oh, he's a special set. Okay, he's not the defensive set, but he is defensive. He is defensive. Okay, so he Hyper Voices, that's fine. I can T-Bolt, predicting the switch into... What is he gonna... I feel like he goes Celesteela here. I'm gonna T-Bolt. I'm gonna T-Bolt. He could go Piloswine as well. Is an option. But that Reflect is annoying. He does just stay in and goes for the Dragon Pulse. I'm surprised that he had Dragon Pulse, man. I really am. So I pretty much know his set now, I think. I can T-Bolt here. And I think I can live one more hit. And I get the Paralysis. Wow. So some luck there. This match is we've definitely been pretty lucky so far. I'm gonna go for the Pain Split and get some health back here. I think I live a Dragon Pulse. So we get some luck there with the Paralysis, that's for sure. He may have Heal Bell though. There is a chance he has Heal Bell. He's gonna switch out, so I get Pain Split off on whatever. He might go Piloswine. There he goes Cortex, okay. So he goes into his Uxie here. I get Pain Split, which is fine. I get a little bit of health, not too much. But we can save this thing for later. Now 1,000,000% I go into my Silvally, because I cannot afford him. He has Heal Bell on this thing, that's why he went into it. He's got Heal Bell on his Uxie. He definitely has Heal Bell on this thing. All right, well, let's go out. Let's be able to get a Defog off. And get rid of those screens. I'm sure he's got Heal Bell. He's gonna U-turn. Okay. U-turn on his Uxie. Okay, so he gets a little bit of momentum there. That leads me to believe he might not actually have it then. He may not actually have Heal Bell, because I feel like he would have went for it right there. What does he go into now? I can T-Wave anything he goes into. So, he could have Superpower on his Celesteela, but if he goes Altaria, I can just Iron Head it. If he goes Piloswine, I can Iron Head that as well. I mean, Silvally's really important for Gengar, but he goes into Blondie, which is going to be what? The Piloswine. Okay, so he goes Piloswine here. This is an opportunity I can do a couple things here. I can go for the Iron Head against Piloswine and see how much it's gonna do. I can also just Parting Shot out and get a safe switch into something else. The thing is, he does have the Reflect Up, so I think Parting Shot out into Seismitoad is pretty solid. Is that my best play? Yeah, probably. I mean, I want a Defog. What is he doing to me with an attack? I mean, he's really not doing too much. If he's not attack invested, which I'm expecting him to pretty much not be that attack invested, he doesn't really do that much to us. And our Iron Head does like 10-15%. How many turns left of this Reflect? 2 turns left. Okay, I want to stay in. I'm going to Iron Head first and see what he wants to do. We could get a flinch, 30% flinch chance. He goes for Stealth Rock. Okay, so I could just defog these away, which is kind of why I just stayed in, because I felt like getting a chance to just defog here was probably pretty solid. And this Piloswine is real. I mean, I could just defog, so let's defog, and then I can go in a. I might have to defog again later, but we'll see. We've definitely had some good luck in our favor so far this match. Let's see if he just Earthquakes here. Very much so possible he just goes for an Earthquake. The reflect goes away. And he just goes for Icicle Crash, and he's gonna connect it. Let's see if this is an offensive one or a defensive one. That's in the middle. I feel like he definitely has some offensive investment. Okay, so now the question is, does he go for Stealth Rocks again? I think I want a Parting Shot out. I mean, I can also Iron Head and just keep Iron Heading him. But I don't want to take too much damage on Silvally. I mean, I can easily Parting Shot and go into Seismitoad and then threaten him with Scald. And really, he doesn't have a ton of stuff on his team that wants to switch into a Scald. So it's not the worst idea. And he gets Rocks up though, which means I have to defog him away again later, but that's okay. Let's go for the Parting Shot. And then if he switches, then I get momentum. So, well, no, I guess I don't, because he would switch after. No, he would switch first. His Parting Shot's an attack. So if he switches, I get, yeah, he's gonna switch. So we get momentum here, which is great. And he goes into Cortex, which is the Uxie. Okay, perfect. So I get a Parting Shot off here. He does not have Stealth Rocks up, because I just defogged them away. And this is an opportunity for me to go into Victini or Mawile. I can go into Victini here and hit this thing pretty hard with a Blue Flare. He may be able to knock out Victini, but in exchange, he pretty much loses his Uxie. Can I still beat Celesteela? Yeah, I can. I think I can. I think I can. So if I go Victini here, I get to just go for a Blue Flare, and Uxie is going to be really, really weakened. And he has nothing to switch into a Blue Flare safely. So I think that's my play. I don't know if it's gonna knock him out. It depends on whether he's offensive or like how defensive he is and like where his defense lies. But I'm gonna go for the Blue Flare. I think that's my best play. If he knocks me out here, it's fine because I'll have weakened this thing to the point where he really can't do a whole lot to me. And we're in a situation pretty soon, if I can weaken a few more things, where Rotom can come in and just click Shadow Ball a bunch of times, which is pretty good too. So this may not knock him out. Like it does, it says 53 to 62. I feel like it's right on the cusp there, and that's if he's physically defensive. But we know he's dual screen, so I don't want to allow him to just set up a bunch of screens, you know? But either way, if he has to either take me out or something, you know what I mean? And he is already weakened, so I actually don't even know how much a U-turn is going to do to me. But he's dual screens most likely, and then who knows what else. He could have Heal Bell as well. If he has Heal Bell, he's going to use it right here to save his Altaria. But his Altaria was not a setup set, which is interesting. It was a specially offensive set with Dragon Pulse. I was very surprised that he brought Dragon coverage. All right, let's see how much this Blue Flare does. It depends on whether he's specially defensive or not. So he's definitely like a little bit of mix, and he's gonna go for the U-turn here. Now, if he knocks me out, it's not he doesn't even knock me out. Okay. So he can go Gengar now, and get some momentum here, I think. But his Uxie is very, very weakened. He's at like 15%. So that's really solid. So now if he goes, I mean, yeah, here comes Samantha, which is the Gengar. Okay. My play is Silvally. He can really go for anything here, but I don't think he goes for a fighting type move. So I'm gonna go to Silvally here and see what he wants to do. He could also set up a substitute right now, which would be really, really scary. I already clicked my move. Maybe I shouldn't have though. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just let Victini go down there. I think I just made a bit of a misplay. I should have just let Victini die, because if he sets up substitute right now, that's gonna actually put me in a bit of a tough spot. But let's see what he does. He goes for Sludge Wave. Okay. Let's see what kind of set he is. So I'm at 150, and he brings me down to 81. So let's take a look at what kind of Gengar he is. He doesn't have Life Orb. So if I was at 150, and he brings me down to 81, that means he did 69 damage to me, and then 69 over 201 puts me at 34%, which is right around what I would expect from Sludge Wave without specs or anything. So he very well could be Scarfed. I think my play here, this is a tough decision to make. This is a really tough play. He could have the Focus Blast and knock me out here. He's not gonna Shadow Ball. So I think I go to Rotom here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Rotom here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Rotom. He stays in. Does he go for the Focus Blast? He goes for the Sludge Wave again, so he very well could be Choice Scarfed, but we should be able to take this. We take it okay. Not that great, but he very well could be Choice Scarfed. So is he Choice Scarfed is the question, because I'm Choice Scarfed. Rotom versus Gengar. If I go for a Shadow Ball here, we do knock him out. So I think I just click Shadow Ball. I'm gonna just click Shadow Ball. I think he might be Scarf Gengar. He's gonna probably go Poliwhirl. No, he goes Commander, so he goes into his Altara here. But can this thing take 2 Shadow Balls? We're gonna find out. That doesn't look like it. And I get a Special Defense drop. I don't think the Special Defense drop mattered. We're gonna click Shadow Ball again. We've gotten a lot of luck in this match, unfortunately. For Chase, obviously, but that's the game we play. It can easily turn around, so we have to keep that in mind, but he's gonna switch out again. Now he's sitting at about 40%, and he goes into Cortex, and he's just gonna let his Uxie go down. So he wants the momentum here. So Rotom kills Uxie with Shadow Ball. Okay, so now I have a little less to worry about when it comes to screens. Like, I know he's not gonna have the screens anymore, which is really good. It also means he doesn't have hazards outside of Poliwhirl setting him, and Poliwhirl's pretty weak, so if he brings in Gengar here, I know he's Scarf Gengar. But I still think I let my Rotom live though. And I sack something else off. Probably Seismitoad is my weakest link. He's gonna go into Liftoff, so he goes actually out into his Celesteela here. So this is an interesting play for me, because I know Shadow Ball is gonna do a lot to him. But I don't know. I don't want to allow him to set up. But I do have Silvally, which can T-Wave him. If he were to go for an Autotomize, do I lose? I still have Mawile at full, though. So far, I've only seen Flamethrower from him. I don't want to allow him to Autotomize. But I feel like Rotom is still really solid here because it helps me beat the Gengar, which very well could be Choice Scarfed. Well, I'm definitely not going into Talos. We're not going into Victini. So I think Bubbles is the best play. And if he has, I don't want him to Giga Drain me either though. Let's go into Smogmog. Let's go into Smogmog, because I can haze the Autotomize. Does he have Autotomize? He does. That was the thing I was the most scared of, is the Autotomize. Okay. Alright, so now I have a tough decision to make. I can haze him. I'm gonna haze him. I don't know if I can live a hit. This is the problem. Like, Mawile can knock him out with a Thunder Punch, and I should be able to live anything as long as he doesn't have a Z move. But it's very possibly as a Z move, and if he gets a Beast Boost up, we're in a lot of trouble. So maybe I should have just went for the, maybe I should have just Shadow Balled there, I don't know. That was a tough call. That was a tough play. Celesteela is so scary. He can bring this back with Celesteela right now, because it starts to steamroll with Beast Boosts. I just have to make sure he doesn't get... If Weezing can live a hit, we're gonna be okay. But I don't know if it can. Like, I think we do live a hit though. And I could just continuously haze until he knocks me out so he can't get the Autotomize up, and then Victini can come in and revenge. He would have to burn his Z move here to knock me out. At which point, Mawile likely lives a Flamethrower. I don't know if it does, actually. He's thinking about this move. He's gonna go for a Z move. He knows he has to burn a Z move here. And it's Flying Z. Yeah, he's gonna knock us out. I think I just lost to Celesteela. Yep, Celesteela kills Wheezing with Supersonic Sky Strike. And at +1, can Mawile live a flamethrower? Yeah, he knocks me out. I'm assuming he gets the special attack boost. He does. If he's +1, can I live a flamethrower with Mawile? No, I cannot. Sucker Punch doesn't knock him out. What do I do? Can Bubbles live a hit? If he gets another boost, it's definitely over, but if he's +1, if he doesn't have Giga Drain, Bubbles can live a hit, but if he has Giga Drain and he gets the health back, we're in a lot of trouble. I'm assuming Rotom is not faster. Let me see. Rotom is sitting at 154 times 1.5, so I sit at 231. Celesteela hits 226. Oh, if he's modest, Rotom does outspeed. I'm gonna go Rotom and just hope I outspeed. Technically, all I need to do is Shadow Ball, though. I don't need to discharge. I just need damage for Sucker Punch. I'm gonna Shadow Ball. I just need damage for Shadow Ball. He's gonna switch out. He's gonna go into Poliswine. Okay, so he thinks that we're faster, which is good. He goes into Blondie, which is his Poliswine. This game's not over yet. Thought we were just swept. Good damage. We get a crit. Okay. I have to go Bubbles here. He could set Stealth Rocks, though, which is annoying. Do I care if he sets Stealth Rocks, though? Not really. Not at this point. No, I'm going to Bubbles here. He can set Stealth Rocks and stop our Victini, but I'm not as concerned at this point. Because Rotom is super close to just winning this with Shadow Ball. Actually, Rotom is so close to winning this with Shadow Ball. So I'm keeping him around. Going into Bubbles here. I want him to attack. I hope he doesn't set Stealth Rock, but I think he's gonna Stealth Rock. He goes for Stealth Rock. Okay. Okay, so my play here is to Scald and go for damage. So let's do that. Because nothing he has that really wants to switch in. Like, again, I just need a little bit more damage on Celesteela. He switches out, so he's going to save this thing and go into Commander, which is the Altaria. So Scald, I should be faster though. Let me actually just double check, because I am a negative nature. So I do want to just make sure that I am faster. I think I should be. I'm at 84. Yeah, I am definitely faster. Now, is there any chance he would switch out and go into Celesteela here? I don't think so. I'm going to Poison Jab. He could make a switch into Celesteela though, but I think, yeah, I could just Poison Jab and knock him out. Okay, good. Seismitoad kills Altaria with Poison Jab. Okay, we get rid of that. If he's Jolly Celesteela, he's actually going to be faster than Rotom. But I don't know if he knows that yet. So hopefully he's modest. I would assume he's modest though. Alright, now I feel like he goes Celesteela or Gengar. If he goes Celesteela, I just Scald. If he goes Gengar, I probably sack off Victini and then go Rotom. How do I want to play this? I just don't want to allow him to like set up a substitute with his Gengar. But we're in a situation now where Rotom can just Shadow Ball away too, if he goes Gengar. Although Sludge Wave with Stealth Rocks does look like it probably knocks out Rotom though. So that could be a problem. He'd have to lock him. But if he locks himself into Sludge Wave, then Mawile comes in for free, so that's the other issue. He goes into Samantha. Okay. So I'm just gonna stay in, I think, and just go for Scald. Because I think Silvally can live one hit. So I think Seismitoad has really done its job here. And I think just going for Scald and breaking a potential substitute if he tries to set one or something is the best play. So I'm gonna go for Scald. He's gotta be fearing knockoff too, though. But yeah, I don't want to allow him to set up a substitute or anything. I still think he is substitute. That's it, man. He bluffed the Scarf, so we know he's not Scarf now. I can Scald him and break the substitute. Gotta hope for no Cursed Body, though. And he's Black Sludge. Okay, so we know 100% that he is, let's see here. So he's Sub, Sludge Wave, and Black Sludge. Okay. Would he be Sub-Disable? Do I dare Rock Slide here? I'm gonna Rock Slide in case he's Sub-Disable. He's gonna Shadow Ball. Okay, we need to hit this, though. Doesn't really do much. Rock Slide does connect, which is good. Good chunk of damage there. Good. I don't care if he knocks me out at this point in the match, because Rotom comes in and just clicks Shadow Ball, so now that I know. So now we're gonna Scald. He goes for Shadow Ball again, and I'll just Scald here, that's fine. Scald's gonna do a solid chunk and bring him down pretty low. I get the burn as well, which is gonna negate his leftovers. Not really that important though. And now Seismitoad just needs to click Scald here and just go down. He's gonna Sludge Wave and knock us out. Okay, just in case I switch. Gengar kills Seismitoad with Sludge Wave. Okay. It would have been nice if I could have gotten Stealth Rocks up in that exchange, but that's okay. Rotom comes in now and just clicks Shadow Ball, I think, if all goes well. The problem is we run into the same issue where he could go into Celesteela and try to set up on us. But don't think there's really anything else I need to do. I mean, I could go Talos, but I think going Rotom here makes the most sense and just clicking Shadow Ball because it's going to allow us to kill the Poliwhirl. It kills the Gengar. Like, this could give him an opportunity to go into a Celesteela, but if he goes into Celesteela, it's not to, like, Rotom kills Gengar with Shadow Ball. The thing is now, Sucker Punch beats the Celesteela if I get one Shadow Ball off. So, and all he can do is just Autotomize a bunch, which is like some games with the Autotomize, which is kind of annoying. Like, I definitely don't want to deal with that, but he could also go Poliwhirl to take a Shadow Ball and try to live the hit, but I think I just save Rotom at that point, like 100%. So Rotom got rid of the Gengar. He's gonna go into Blondie, so he actually does go Poliwhirl here. So I'm gonna go into my my Silvally. Silvally can defog away the rocks and allow Victini to come in. And it can also Parting Shot. So if he pulls a double here though, that would be really solid on his part, but I think I could just T-Wave the Celesteela anyway. So he goes for Ice Shard here. So that's fine. That did a lot actually. I should be able to live it though, and I can go for a defog if I wanted to. I think I like the defog play. Get rid of rocks. That allows Victini to come in. That also allows Mawile to come in and just click Iron Head too. Let's go for defog. He's gonna Ice Shard again. This shouldn't knock me out though. Okay, good. I get a defog off. Which is really solid. Get rid of his rocks. But Ice Shard's doing a solid amount. But I don't think it's enough to knock me out, so I can just Iron Head now. Which will also help me put him in range for a Rotom. I could also Parting Shot too, predicting the Ice Shard, and then get into Victini, I guess, but that actually was probably the better play, not Iron Head. But he actually doesn't go for the Ice Shard this turn, and I get the Iron Head off. And I flinched him. So now he pretty much has to Ice Shard this turn. Or no. Either way though, this is putting Rotom in range here. He goes for Ice Shard again, but I think we're okay. I think Silvali's good. We do, we're good. Iron Head should knock him out, it looks like. No, he lived. He lived. Okay. I don't know if I can live another Ice Shard, but I'm going to Parting Shot. He's gonna Ice Shard. If I live it, we go into Victini. He doesn't, we don't live it. Okay. So Piloswine kills Silvally with Ice Shard. The question is, can Victini live the Ice Shard from Piloswine? I don't know if it matters. Ice Shard does 9 to 10%. Victini is sitting at 20 out of 175. Yeah, Victini should be able to live. I'm going to Victini. I'm going to Victini. Let's make it happen. I think I could live an Ice Shard. I'm gonna Blue Flare. He goes to the Ice Shard. Can I live it? I do. That should be game. Victini should be able to seal this deal. Victini kills Pilo Swine with Ice Shard. Or no, with Blue Flare. Oh, I died a Life Orb. I forgot about that. Victini dies to Life Orb. That might have been a mistake, but I think I can live a Flamethrower, so we're gonna get a Tooth Fairy here. And I can Thunder Punch. So I forgot that we had the Life Orb. I was thinking that we just were good, but either way, it's okay. Like, the key was just to keep this thing from setting up, and he uses Z-Move already, so all he can do is Flamethrower. I'm gonna Thunder Punch, and I should be able to live a Flamethrower. Even after burn, I think we're okay, because Rotom comes in. So he goes for Flamethrower, does a good amount, doesn't burn us. Thunder Punch should seal the deal here. And it does. That's what I'm talking about. Mawile kills Celesteela with Thunder Punch. Wow, talk about a close game, man. That was intense. Definitely some hacks on our side to help us out there. But the you know, the paralysis on the Altari was kind of a big deal, and then, you know, a couple little things here and there. He never got fully paralyzed though, so it wasn't like super huge, but it did allow me to keep him from roosting up. He didn't really have any hacks on his side that I can think of, so but aside from that, I would say it was a pretty close match and just a good game in general. Yeah, I think like some things to take away from that match was, you know, dual screens was really scary. Luckily we had Silvally to defog. I think we brought the right 6 as well. Rotom proved to be like super huge in this match. Like, Rotom could have easily like picked up a bunch of kills in this game too. Like, it could have killed the Celesteela at the end there too if I wanted to give it the kill instead of Mawile. So like, really cool stuff. Victini picks up 2 kills, Mawile with a kill, Rotom got 1, Seismitoad got 1, Rotom got 2 actually. So Rotom and Victini tied for the league lead, or the team lead. So good stuff, man. Props to Chase and the new Detroit type Nulls. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was pretty epic, man. And it was a good way to start the season in a pretty close matchup. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, we got the burn on this Selgor too. Forgot about that. But that was kind of a big deal. But either way, thank you guys for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.